Hello all, welcome to my channel. I am Rajivpujala. In this video, we will see how we can copy the data from one sheet to the other sheet. For example, here in the sheet 1, I have the names and I have the country names, and in the sheet 2 there is no data. So in this video we are going to see how we can copy the data from here, this sheet to this sheet. So we have two ways. One is the for loop. So how the for loop works? Okay, first it will check how many rows are there are four rows. I mean, excluding the header, they're like one two three rows. So it will come one here, it will copy the data, it will go into sheet 2. Okay, let's include the header as well. The first one, it copies the data, it goes into sheet 2 and it updates the value here, and then again it comes to sheet 1, it copies this data, it goes into sheet 2 and updates the data, and similarly this one. Okay, so because we have less data, it's like totally fine. I mean, if this goes, if the approach is like this, but let's assume that we have like 10,000 rows. So basically, this takes like lots of time to complete this operation. So what we can do, we have a concept called get data range, where basically it gets all the data like this, like see, it copies here, it goes into sheet 2, and it just pastes over here. So this is what we are going to see in the app script now by writing the coding. So click on extensions, click on app script, click on generate a script, new script. So I'm naming it as a copy data from sheet 1 tab to sheet 2. Right. Let's see. So as we all know, what we have to do, we have to access the spreadsheet first, and then we have to access the sheet 1 and sheet 2. Sheet 2, we don't have any data as of now. So function copy data from sheet 1 to sheet 2. Okay, and so what we can do, first access the spreadsheet is equal to spreadsheet dot get active spreadsheet. Oh, this is cool. Right, now we have two sheets. Variable sheet 1 is equal to spreadsheet app dot get sheet by name sheet 1, right, and variable sheet 2. So I mean, we are telling to the sheet like, hey, whenever I use the variable sheet 1, so basically you have to look at the data from the sheet 1. Whenever I call this variable sheet 2 going forward, so basically the concept of assigning variables is that instead of writing these lines again and again in the code, I'm just gonna use this variable. So spreadsheet dot get sheet by name sheet 2, right? So now half of the milestone is done. So we have access the spreadsheet and we have access sheet 1 and sheet 2, and nothing we set as like active as of now. Now, so what if we are running this operation, this code, and if sheet 1 is not there, instead of sheet 1 there is sheet 11, so it will throw an hard code error. So that's the reason we always have to put the exceptions. So I'm keeping like, if both sheet 1 and sheet 2 exist, then only run rest of the code. Right, so now, so we have the data in the sheet, this one. So how we can get this one? Variable data range. So first I'm taking the range is equal to, so we have the data in the sheet 1, right? So sheet 1 dot get data range. Okay, so we have selected all the range here, something like this one. Okay, which is good, but we haven't copied the values yet, so we have to get the values. So variable, I'm gonna get the values, I'm copying in data is equal to data range dot get values. If you notice my previous videos, whenever we are accessing a cell, we are using something called get value. So basically get value dot get value. So we use the dot get value if you're accessing one cell, but if you're accessing multiple data like this one, you have to use dot get value, dot get values. Okay, I hope everything is clear until now. Now let's see that. Okay, for example, if in sheet 2 there is some data, for example, let's assume that one of your tasks is that every day you have to copy the data from sheet 1 to sheet 2. So if already there is something called names and country, let's assume that the name is Ajinkya and the country is India, something like that. Okay, already they said data here, and before moving this one, you want to clear this one, right? You always want to refresh the data. So let's clear the data in the sheet 2. So sheet 2 dot clear. So this clears all the data in the sheet 2. And then now let's select how much data we have to update over here in the sheet 2. Sheet 2 dot this is what we have seen already, get range. So it has to start with the row. It has to be first row, first column, and until what data it has to go is that data dot length. Okay, and then data of 0 dot length. So data dot length, what it gives how many number of rows. So we started with one row, first row and first column, and until what data dot length, basically it gives like number of rows, and data of 0 dot length, it gives the number of columns. Okay, dot. So now set values. Earlier it was set value, it is set value. So what we have to set, whatever the data from the sheet 1, which is data, I'm updating here. I hope this is not that confusing, but again here it is like first row, first column, and how many rows, number of rows, and how many number of columns. Send data. Now logger dot log. Okay, data copied successfully from sheet 1 tab to sheet 2 tab. Okay, what if in case any one of the sheets is not existing? So for that, let's write the else function. Logger dot log, one or both sheets not found. Cool. Let's see this one. So we have the data here, and we have the data here. I'm running this one. Okay, data copied successfully. It just went that fast. Sheet 1 and sheet 2 data. Okay. If in case, let's assume that sheet 2 is not there, instead of 22 is there. Let's see what's going to happen. Run this one. Nothing. So one or both sheets not found. Let it be like sheet 2 only. So in the sheet 1, let it be like Mahesh. Instead of Mahesh, it will be CH. And now let's run this one. Even the sheet 2 tab, it should be like Mahesh CH. There it go. Thank you for watching this video. If you like my videos, please do subscribe my channel and then give a thumbs up to my videos. Thank you. I wish you happy good learning. Bye.